Well, we have Curious, the Amish HVAC guy. And we have Chris, the Yellow Deli.
Chris, you look like a substitute teacher, by the way.
This is the new me.
I realize what he's wearing right now.
Like a substitute janitor, actually.
This is
what a hipster. I love it.
I'm changed. I needed a new look, so I just shaved everything, all the way down. Everything.
Yellow Deli.
Yeah, and then I no longer use profanity, and I no longer drink alcohol.
When you were like looking at your future image of your goals, did you like look in the mirror and you're like, I'm thinking penis?
Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I want to look like? I want my whole head to look like a thumb.
I don't understand your joke. I don't know if this is sarcastic or if you guys are really my friends. I don't.
You should ask your wife if she likes beige M&Ms.
Beige M&Ms.
Boiler blow up.
Oh man. Okay. No, but you guys can't. You guys have to help me along with my new me. Never forget. Yes. Be kind. Rewind, Joe.
Nice.
You got to help me with my new me, because it's a team effort, you know. And if I'm hanging out around with derelicts, then I go down that path. You know,
we'll reinforce your good behaviors. We got our very own Goodwill Hunting guy up here.
Yes. This is the new me.
Man,
I will not cuss before the next hour is over.
So we're getting this is the Chris from.
I'm kind of choking right now, so let me loosen this one up.
Did I show you guys this?
We're gonna
my latest thing.
What is it?
This is show and tell now.
I actually went for it. I actually got it.
I wanted that. I saw when they came out.
I thought about getting that.
It's super cool. It's
like
a
Vito bag.
What did that cost? $240.
It was no below that. It was 166.
It's like a wall that you hang in your truck.
Yeah,
it's like on the door or whatever.
Guys, all right. I need room. I'm gonna be doing probably more like small heat pumps, maybe fan cores, and I want for whatever. I'm trying to go shelfless. So I'm not gonna have a shelf in the van, and I have a small van for condo reasons. I want to be able to go in a garage, no problem. I can't afford to keep my truck 5 kilometers away. Anyways,
wait, hold on. What is a kilometer?
I think it's like
that's that confusing thing on my speedometer that I always
it's the small ones on your speedometer.
Like, wait, what?
So
Like 5
You know,
cents.
you and I know, guys. We always have all these small knickknacks, either tools, spray cans, caulking.
You have knickknacks in
But
your
this
truck?
is gonna help out with that situation. So I'm gonna put on my
Snow
door.
globes?
Try it out. Sorry,
You have like snow globes and knickknacks and like little baby reindeers.
knickknacks, dinosaurs. It's just you know what I mean. Just it's gonna help me out. And the rest of the stuff is just gonna be Paco. I'm just gonna go all Paco stuff,
Yeah,
no matter what
I'm
it is.
doing that.
Paco.
Bins.
What is Paco?
They have the new. Did you see the new pack out drawers?
I can't wait.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit that, but I
Well,
do want it.
They also
I
have
can't
those pieces that you hang in your truck, and you can mount the pack outs on the walls.
I got those. I got 2 of those as well.
You
So
have
I'm gonna go with
things
all
that's
Paco
awesome.
Milwaukee, everything on the shelves, everything bins. I only have a connector. I have a Ford Connect. It's a small thing. So
What's a Connect?
Yeah, what is it connect? Is that the little transit things?
yeah, the small style transit.
We
That
call
thing's
those Connects?
Oh man, how do you get any work done?
It's
I
a
used
Ford
to have
Transit
one of those.
Connect. It's like a. It's
Oh,
like a,
you're right. Yeah, Ford. It's
Like
a
the size of a Ford Focus.
it's like the Ford.
Remember, there's no stocking in my truck. If you need something,
It's honestly
Ford Astro van, right? That's what it is. It's the new Ford Astro van.
pretty
yeah,
much you
it's
could
kind
say.
of a-
You know where they screwed up on the GM Safari, bro. I wish a good truck went down the hill. Went, they don't stop. They stopped making it.
Yeah, I'm going Chevy 3500 Express. All
I
day
gotta
long,
say
man.
that lately, guys, I'm noticing a lot of, this crazy phenomenon on Facebook of
Hey Randy, hey Luke.
everybody being like almost radicalized with Milwaukee crap. Like
Mhm.
I'm a Milwaukee person, but you guys in your pack outs and stuff like that, like, is it really that cool, or does it not just take up more space in your van?
No, it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the back outs, man. I got a couple myself. They are
I
pretty
don't. I'm not a pack out person. I still use
Oh.
the Stanley cases. So.
I saw on Brent Ridley's channel. I thought it was Brent. Maybe it was somebody else. But you know how they have the cart right now. The bottom of the pack out has the wheels on it. Well, they
Yeah.
have a Milwaukee cart.
Yeah.
And you could actually space out your pack outs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they come off the Paco.
They
You can use it
come
as a
off.
dolly as well.
Yep.
I remember, and it's funny, it never really popped, but in the very beginning, I tried to work with Milwaukee, and we quickly ended that relationship. But they were coming out with, at the time, it was super top secret, and I wasn't supposed to say anything, but they were coming out with fully rigged up van pack out crap. So like they had the bars that you put in your pack outs, and now they've announced all that stuff and whatever. But I tried to get them to send me all that stuff because I was like, I'm gonna make a van tour video. Send me and I was setting up a van at the same time too, and they wouldn't do it. But
Bunch of jerks.
Why are we giving Milwaukee so much free publicity on
I know, they should be paying us.
anything. They're
worldwide
freaking- I'm telling you,
syndicated
everybody's
show?
being radicalized in all their crap. Like
Sure.
I
Yeah, we
like
should
some of their
be.
stuff though, but I wish that Milwaukee made a M12 press tool that would work with the Zoom Lock Max, because that's the 12 volt. They don't.
They
you have
don't?
to do the 18 volt, I believe. Yeah, my research, the small compact 12 volt Milwaukee doesn't do the 15 kilonewton that the Zoom Lock Max needs. At least my
Really?
research tells me that. Yeah,
Mm.
you have to do the 18 volt one.
Put it this
Yeah.
way: until you guys told me about these, give me the whole rundown. It's so hard to find information online about what JAWS does this, what tool does this.
I will tell you.
Zoom Lock Max has on their website, they've got a thing like that shows you what their tool works with, what jaws work with. And the 15 kilonewton is the smallest jaw that they have, and that it tells you what tools, what brands, and everything.
RLS or the old Zoom Lock had a M12 thing though, correct?
Yes, yeah, I believe so. But there's something about the new thing or whatever. I don't know. I could be wrong. Who knows?
Raymond Savoboda, I believe. I know. Sorry, guy. Rigid. Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
Their stuff is pretty good. They're rigid. I have a box as well, just one box for like some stuff, and they're pretty tough. The latches.
Mark,
It's all about the latches. They're tough. Milwaukee's latches haven't failed me yet either. But yeah.
yeah, Mark Zamachukowski, something Russian guy there. He said they're selling the M18 fuel impacts, 3.0 batteries, charger, and pack out kit, $179 out the door over at Home Depot.
Home
Yeah.
Depot.
That's a good deal.
What's up, Michael?
Well,
He's
that's where I
saying
got my
work
pack out.
that's just saying.
Is that
I got a
brushless?
real good deal on my pack out because I put it all together inside the store, stacked it all up, figured out how I wanted it.
And then you
Nice.
shove crap in all the boxes.
Yeah, and then I just threw in my cart and they just scanned
the
the
top
tag,
one.
the top one.
They just
It was
scanned the one thing for the
Yeah,
pack
like
out. And they
25
put it all
bucks.
together.
I'm like, oh my.
Yeah. One time I was at Home Depot buying a bunch of like plumbing fittings and all kinds of stuff, and there was a kid, probably like 22, ringing me up, and he couldn't find, like, it wasn't scanning. He's like, he just throws it in the bag. I'm like,
Nice.
And then he did it like 3 or 4 more times. I'm like, do you want me to go get the barcode or something? He's like, no, they make enough money here. It's cool.
Wow, that's the guy worked there?
Yeah.
I'm not joking with you.
Awesome.
One time I went to Home Depot and I bought it. I don't know if I've told this story before, but I bought a new garbage disposal. And when I buy things, I'll like stare at the shelf for a while and look at all the different options. And I'm usually there for like an hour staring, like, do I want this one? Do I want that one? And I finally settled on one and took it to the register, paid for it, got home because I needed a garbage disposal. Went to go install it, and I opened the box, and it was a bunch of newspapers and a brick, and it was returned. Yeah, and so I was like, wait a minute, and I'd only opened up half, so it had a brick and a bunch of newspapers in it, and I'm like, no. So I went back to Home Depot, and I walked up to the return desk, and I said, I need the manager here now. And the lady goes, what can I help you with? I said, just get the manager. Trust me. I'm not going to talk to you about it. Get me the manager. And so the manager comes over.
Face and get the manager.
Yeah. So the manager comes over, and I because I was in like a shady, I didn't live in a very good area. So I knew they were going to try to say I was trying to do something. So I said, look, I need you to scan this barcode right now. And I guarantee that this was returned at the San Bernardino Home Depot. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, just do it. And he scans it. He goes, yeah, it was returned. And I go, dude, I just opened this box and it has a freaking brick in it, bro. And it's got San Bernardino newspapers in it. And he's like, what? And he looks at me and I go, don't even, dude. I said, don't. Like, I need my money back and I need a new garbage disposal. But yeah, that one.
Well, speaking of those fan crows, sorry to interrupt you, bud. You guys ever work on these things? These thermostats?
No.
No.
Is that like a low voltage stat?
Me either, bro. They're not just a simple thermostat, but I want to make sure I knew them inside and out.
You're reading the freaking manual, eh?
Yeah, dude, this is... Everybody should be doing this.
What's so special about that thermostat? I had to read a thermostat the other day, or read a manual for a thermostat the other day. Just a simple 8220 or something like that.
Fan coils, I don't really deal with them, just here and there, and now I've been doing a little bit more, so...
Well, what's the difference between that thermostat and just say your regular run-of-the-mill Lennox commercial, whatever, 5,000?
You're asking me what's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
I think it has more. I'll show you. Watch. I'll show you the schematic. I'll just show you right now.
Talking about, Ralph? I use my tumbler all the time. I actually broke my tumbler. The little thingy on the top broke off.
What's a tumbler? I thought you were talking about tumbler like the social
Ralph
media.
made a joke saying I never use my tumbler.
I would use it.
Man, if I had one, I would use it every day.
Yeah, see, you can't even see it because it's black beer, but hold on, can you see it? You see what it says, Chris? Celebrating Sporlin.
Celebrating Sporlin. I use my tumbler.
Yeah, I can't really see that, Joe. So what's so special about it?
It's just more. I never worked with them, so being a good tech as I am, you guys, everybody should do it. I just read up on it. That's all, just to see what
why it says R Y C W. And
no. It's 1 to 11. It's 1 to 11.
Okay, well then, yeah, you got to read the manual for that stuff. That has RY1
Yeah,
yellow.
why don't you buy the stuff that makes sense? You buy that at Harbor Freight.
Well, you know what, Joe?
Yeah.
Speaking of thermostats, I watched your Facebook video on your
you like that?
Your little Ecobee thing, and I think something is really drastically wrong there because that thing was showing like 26 degrees on the thermostat.
Oh, maybe it was Celsius?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was Celsius.
Seems a little cold in the house, you know?
Celsius.
Yeah, it's warm.
Yeah, it was getting overheated. It's a small mudroom. So I figured, you know what? I could like adjust the volume that's going there, whatever. But they want more control of that. So you know what? He's a contractor. He gives us a lot of jobs. So I just hooked him up with the Ecobee remote sensor. Bam. Got my R common heat call, brought it to the thermostat. She's good.
Speaking of Ecobee,
I
tried to get signed up as one of their, just the other day, I didn't even know they had this. So they have like a contractor portal where you can log in, register thermostats in their contractor portal, and you can kind of like see if there's issues with people's systems that you've installed them on. And you can also push out notifications to customers and say, it's time for your maintenance or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And like, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't register me. I click submit, nothing happens. And like, I call the number and the guy's like, so you're looking for a contractor to install an Ecobee? I'm like, no, man, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'm on the phone with him for an hour. Nothing. He's like, we'll email you back. I'm like, yeah, I'll be waiting by the computer.
Yeah, right. What about the transfer? No, because I'm using a bigger VA. I'm using it from a panel. The VA is huge on that transformer. I do that on purpose for many reasons. So no upsides.
So you can short things out and it doesn't trip the breaker.
Perfect.
He says it doesn't trip the breaker when I touch the wires to the wall. See?
Oh, you got to keep it there for a couple of seconds. A little tap, you're good.
I really like that rib dual 100 VA transformer with, you know, circuit breaker protection, on-off switches, convenience outlet. It's pretty sweet.
It is pretty
They
cool.
do put the stickers on crooked, as you've pointed out in the past.
That's the only thing. And when they put the stickers, they had to put their glasses on or something. I don't know. Everything's lopsided.
You guys like slowing down as much as we're slowing down? I just realized that I'm doing the pee-pee dance this whole time, like over here moving back and forth. I looked at myself on my screen and it looks like I have to pee. But sorry.
Just put your finger in your belly button, then you'll know. That's a surefire way.
Are you guys slowing down, dude? We are so like just dead right now. I had a guy off for 2 days because you know,
we're not that slow. It's kind of slowing down, but it's because the winter up here it's kind of funky this year. Like it's been 40 degrees and raining the last couple of days.
Yeah, it's just so like mild right now. We have like construction work, walk-in installs and stuff like that. But a lot of our restaurants, they get deliveries. So like there's only 2 days a week at most of my restaurants that is good for doing a walk-in install. And so it always like conflicts with the week and gets kind of difficult to do.
It's these slow periods of time where I'll use this word loosely, but I'm kind of thankful that I do hot side because it keeps me busy.
Yeah.
You know, it fills in the slow days.
This is why you never slack it. You always embrace it, Bill.
I know. That's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing. So when I get those fryer calls, man, I'm like, I'm going to knock it out of the park. Like the other day, I had one. I had a Henny Penny Evolution. Was it like a EFG 243 model or whatever? And I was just changing out the control board. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a fryer before, but these Henny Penny fryers at Wendy's, they have a little menu board down at the bottom, so it just says what each button is for, like curly fries, onion rings, chicken, you know. And it's just this little thing. I was like, well, I ordered a new board and it didn't have that on there. And I was like, well, I guess you have to order it special or something. So I switched it out. I told the manager, like, yeah, it doesn't have any letters on there. It doesn't say which buttons for what. She's like, oh, that's fine. It's like, I can swap the cover. I can take the control board off and put the new cover on. She's like, no, that's fine. Then I read the manual, and guess what you can do?
Swap the cover.
You can just pull that little menu. There's a hidden little piece of tape. Cut the little piece of tape off. You can pull that whole little thing, slides right out, and you slide it in the new one.
Cool.
Like 2 seconds, man. I'm like, damn it. You know, little things like that. That's why you read the manual.
That's why I was going to say, that's why you read the manual.
Read the freaking manual.
Right. There'll be some like things you'll read and you're like, I never knew that was in the manual. And then you look and this manual was published like 20 years ago. You're like, oh, yeah. It's just revised every time.
Man.
Yeah.
You guys were talking, it brings me back to you guys were talking about earlier about reading the manual, and even your service guys or your helpers calling you up, right? Asking, needing something, right? Want you to like basically hold their hand.
Breaking news. Right? Breaking news.
It's not going to happen, dude. It's
not
going to happen.
Hold on. Shush. Huh? No, hold on. HVACR Strong J, I know you just changed your name. Check your email because I actually just sent your NILOG out today. I sent you an email saying I was sending it, and I sent you a confirmation email for shipping. So if I said I sent it to 2 people today because I was like taking one from Adam's page right there and waiting a month to send someone's prizes. Sorry,
exciting as I thought it was going to be.
No, he was calling me out in the comments, and I just had to.
Sorry, Joe. We ruined your story.
Oh no, I was just saying. You know, they expect a call. All the guys in here, the senior techs or whatever. You know, you're getting guys calling you, and they want their hand to be held through the whole process. You know, they don't do their, you know, pretty much do due diligence first. Read a manual. Do something before you call me so you're ready. You know what I mean?
Well, you think Big Clive reads the manual?
No, he writes the manual.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, he probably does write the manual.
I don't mind helping at all. I'll help anybody. You know, you guys know me by now. I'm glad to help. But
hey, you're Canadian.
Help me out a little bit, bro.
You know what? Most of the manufacturers have like apps now where you could download the manual or look at the manuals on their apps, right? It makes it super easy. Although I have found, let me see if I can find it. Goodman and Amana have one. Is it coming up? Boom. Dealer first. But like, they don't have all the different revisions of the manuals because there's different versions of circuit boards and stuff like that. And they just like, for each model number, they put the same one. It's like, dudes.
That's
cool.
key right there.
Yeah.
Those are the things that make a difference, and they should have that.
They should.
Are we going to talk about
Elephant in the room.
gift that Joe sent Bill that I never got yet?
Oh, you guys haven't got it yet?
No. I'm so excited to wear your face on my balls, dude. And I have
Bill,
not.
you gotta show it, man.
Dude, you said
Well,
balls.
it's all the way upstairs, but
Aren't you upstairs?
I'll post a picture I'll post a picture up on the Overtime Facebook page.
So I get a picture, or Joe messages me. He says, "Dude, look at Bill's post or something." And I look at Bill's post.
Doing it right now.
Joe got us boxer briefs with his face in multiple spots all over the boxer briefs, and he sent those to us for Christmas.
With kisses.
I showed that to my wife, and my wife just like, "What is wrong with you guys?" And I'm this is hilarious. She's like, why would you do that? And I go, because I want to wear his face on my balls.
Like, why wouldn't you do that?
The funny,
listen, guys.
yeah.
If anybody wants one, if you want the trick to any girl or guy, nothing, you got these boxers. I'll send one out. You'll get them like that.
You want Joe's face in your boxer? Email hvacOvertime@gmail.com.
Yep.
You want Joe in your pants? This is how you do it.
Here's the funny thing. I sent these out. Chris sent this out, the bananas, right? Well, you can't see it. It's black. But anyway, and then I sent Bill underwear. Joe sent us underwear.
That is funny.
Great minds think alike, right?
Right.
You guys just always think about underwear.
Like, I need to find a gift. And then I'm like scouring through Amazon. I was all right there. Perfect. My wife's like, don't you want to look? And I was like, no, order. Done.
It's all about underwear and bananas.
Yeah. We're basically like 12-year-olds.
You know what? I think that's it. Because my wife, we were sitting on the couch, I think yesterday, and I guess I smirk when I read my phone when I'm talking to you guys. And she's like, "You're smirking. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And I'm looking down. I'm like, I didn't even realize. Like, I make faces and like laugh or something. She's like, "I know you're talking about something." She's like,
"You guys are talking about wieners again, aren't you?"
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You talk about smirking. From our chat, and the other thing, are the Facebook group, guys. Whoever's in the Facebook group in this chat right now, you guys are awesome. You guys make me laugh as well. I don't know about you guys. These guys make me laugh. The comments, the sarcasm.
Yeah. And hold on, not just the comments and sarcasm. They are very respectful, I would say.
Yes.
More so than other groups.
I gotta say, Clive makes the best point.
Clive makes the best point.
I think
says that we make him look straight.
we talk about men's underwear, and
it's true, Clive.
I'm gonna tell you more than any other program on the YouTube.
Yep. That is funny. I should have sent pineapples. That's right, Scott. I definitely should have sent pineapples. Y'all ruined pineapples for my wife. My wife is mad because she can't wear her hat and she's so frustrated. She's like, I like the pineapple thing. And I'm like,
she also can't buy pineapples because whenever you go to the store and you have a pineapple in your cart,
it means you're
you're trying to pick up swingers.
Right.
If I was your wife, and I just found out that, information about the pineapple hat and that, I would wear it and just kind of like monitor who's looking at you and like giving you like,
that's the difference between her, like us and her, because I'm all that's hilarious. I'd wear it just to get the looks. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, but that the same reason why I want to go have lunch at that cult yellow deli restaurant. I just want to sit down. She's like, no, you can't go. And I'm like, I'm not going to join. I just want to go sit down and see what it is.
What do you say?
You might join.
Maybe, huh?
We are very comfortable here. Very comfortable. We have no, we don't care. But I want to get back to that because I want to preach it a little bit. Guys, in the Facebook group, respect is key, and I love it. Keep it respectful. It's amazing.
Here, hold on.
Keep it constructive. Don't kill the guy. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's learning. Don't bash the guy.
Lower your microphone so they can screen grab it. Clive wants them to superimpose your beard on my face, so.
You gotta look straight. There you go.
I can't look straight.
Paul wants to know what the pineapple means. Look it up on Google. Pineapple.
Google it. Also, Google blue waffle.
Apparently, Adam informed me of this because he went to this party with his wife and they really embraced this lifestyle that if you have a pineapple outside of your house, then it means that it's a swingers party.
Yep.
And so Adam was telling me his family secrets and all this stuff, and then he was ruined the pineapple for my family because we just liked pineapples. And my wife used to wear a hat with a pineapple on it, and she didn't know it was a swinger's hat. So
everyone was always waving to her when she's at the grocery store.
Winking at her.
Person. She just talks to everybody.
People
and all
are so friendly, and then when she stops wearing the hat,
friendly when I wear my hat.
What were you up to this week, Adam? Anyways.
Couple installs, pretty much finishing up that. I have a couple small little odds and ends to tidy up on that one geothermal job, and that one's in the books.
Nice.
So that's it. But yeah, I've been actually, I feel it's slowing down. I've been booked out like at least a week since probably the spring, and now it's like kind of day by day. You know what I mean? I have not worked, but I've been, changing a furnace and getting home at 1:30.
Nice.
So
good money right there. We slowed down a little bit. I'm kind of catching up to jobs that you kind of neglect, again, contractors or whatever. So it's good in a way. Hopefully it doesn't slow down too much, but we have slowed down a little bit.
There hasn't been a day I haven't worked since the spring.
Me either.
So
I think.
Hey, I got something to ask you guys.
Yep.
So there was a viewer sent me an email or a messenger. I can't remember, a messenger somewhere. Somehow he communicated with me through my phone. And
like in Star Trek or what? Like the communicators?
Like, yeah, no, it was like an app.
Oh.
And so he's in the trades right now. He's a service tech, and he's doing like, we'll just say light to medium commercial HVAC, right? And he was asking me if he should, because he's getting really good at his job. He's been doing it for a couple of years. He's starting to rise up through the ranks. He's, probably like their top tech, he said. And his question was if he should stick around and just keep doing that for the rest of his career and just basically master that, or because he has aspirations to kind of see what the rest of the industry is like, or if he should go work on boilers, chillers, kind of get out there and work on a couple other things. So my answer to him was, well, I'm sort of a well-rounded tech, I guess. I do hot side, cold side, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And, in the market that I have, that makes me more valuable because I have that in my background. So take that for what it's worth. But also, the other thing is like the thing that I don't have is like, Chris, you do mostly refrigeration, right?
Yeah.
So you're much better at it. You use all these numbers all the time. You exercise all these different formulas all the time. You're in it every day, so you're better at it. And that's the one thing that I don't have is all these rules of thumb that I'd like to reference. All this the constant daily experiences that you're getting.
Yeah.
So the question for you guys is, what should he do? What do you think he should do? Should he go out there, venture out, get some more experience, or stay the path and master that one single, part of the industry that he's in?
That's a good question.
Well, so he asked me the same question, and we had a conversation back and forth. And the first question that I asked him is,
"Oh, he asked you the same question?"
Yeah.
He didn't ask me shit.
I thought it was special.
I said, do you have a family? And he said he has a fiance. And I said, okay, do you have kids? And he said, no, I don't. And I said, okay, because the way he kind of phrased it to me is that, he's making good money at a job right now, but he can go make better money at another job or potentially eventually make better money. I'm not mixing things up right now, am I? No. But anyways, I asked him, I said, do you have kids? He said, no. And I said, because making that change to less money now to make more money in the future can be kind of hard if you have a family. Like, because he wants to make a radical change within the industry, going from, air conditioning to hey, maybe go to work on chillers or something like that. So he has to start over and work his way back up. Mm-hmm. And so since he said he didn't have kids, I said, look, I can't make your decision for you, but I said, it's a lot easier to do it now than when you have a family that depend on a set income every month or something like that. And I also told him that diversity in this trade is great. If you have more experience in different, areas, it really does help you, to be able, when things go bad, you can go work on chillers or go back to restaurants or things like that. So I encourage people to try all kinds of different things. I'm also the type of person though, that doesn't take big risks. I'm not a risk taking person. I like comfort. So, I will typically choose comfort over the risk with the potential to make more later. That's my personal, just because that's the type of person that I am. I'm not a gambler or a risk taker. So
hold on one second, will you?
That's true, blogger. That's true. Absolutely.
Hang on 1 second. Let me try something.
Hello?
Can you bring me like 3 beers, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, and then don't ever say anything bad, all right? Because look at that.
Yeah. No wonder she hates you.
there you go, bud. Here's for you.
That's my son. That was not my wife.
Oh, if you were cool, you'd have a mini fridge like me under your desk.
Hold on. So I just
I
wanted to
forgot to take mine apart because it's not working.
what you were just talking about that I rudely interrupted.
Throw it away, bro.
I rudely interrupted you.
Oh.
So
But
what do you guys think? Stay the path?
I mean,
laser
I'm like the
focused?
crazy guy who always wants to learn more.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm the same way, kind of, but there are days where I'm like, man, like it'll be like 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks before I work on a walk-in cooler again. And that kind of gets old.
It seems like that's all I work on lately.
Yeah,
But
I imagine that might get old too if I had to do that every day.
Yeah, it is. But the cool thing, most of the time when you're working on walk-in coolers, well, not most of the time, but a good portion of the time you're on the roof, and that's kind of cool sometimes, rather than being in a nasty restaurant. So,
hey, thanks, Paul. NE9, I appreciate it.
Yeah, pack out cooler as well. Absolutely.
So
Some of these guys, the way they dress those up, it's crazy. I tell you, man.
what
Too
are you talking-
extreme.
What are you talking about, Joe?
all right, since everybody's doing it,
Oh,
I
guys,
thought you weren't drinking anymore.
Rich is making. Oh, I gotta turn my.
I didn't say I was gonna drink.
Yeah,
Mm,
hold on. Rich made a good point, guys. We need to say congratulations to Mr. Chris Stefanovich for his.
if you guys didn't hear, which I'm sure all of you guys have, he hit the 100K mark. What, a couple days ago, Chris? So you're at what, like 100,078, some change.
Something like that.
That's awesome.
He sent us a message when he hit 100,000. He's like, dude, I hit 100,000. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna go unsubscribe.
Take those away. I'm gonna unsubscribe all my fake accounts.
Yeah. Some beer and a little bit of meth to wash down with.
The whole. I think I can handle one beer, so I'm gonna do one beer. Just one beer though, so we're good with that.
The end of that beer, I bet you have both those buttons unbuttoned.
Bill, what'd you got this week? What'd you work on, bud?
Nothing really interesting. Couple of fryers. Had to change out a high limit on a fryer I've never worked on before. I don't know if you guys want to talk about fryers, but Chris, you ever go home at the end of the day and think to yourself, like, man, I wish I smelled like a fryer?
There's one particular restaurant that actually, when I go and eat there, it's not even a restaurant that I work at, but whenever I go there, I don't even know how they could have passed code, but it's a pizza restaurant and they make these really cool chicken wings, but they have an air fryer that doesn't have an exhaust fan. It just has one of those filters on it that supposedly cleans the air and then recircs. So whenever I leave that restaurant, I go home going,
No kidding.
Like wings?
like how could they work there? Like I regret going to that restaurant. So I
How's
could
that allowed?
on fryers. I don't know. It's an air fryer, so it's not. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, but it still. I mean, the whole restaurant smells like you go home smelling like wings. All and
Oh, man, like, when it was a couple of weeks ago, I changed out all those oil sensors on a Frymaster fryer or Pitco or something like that, and that job was like 6 hours. You're just right there in front of the fryer, and you just absorb that smell, and it's awful. You go home, it's like in your skin, in your clothes. You got to boil your face to get it off you. It's just awful, man.
I bet.
What did Dallas? What did Ralph say? Wait, no, it says Dallas. Dallas.
Yeah,
said,
that's another Dallas. He
Dallas
made
said,
a
like,
meth. He's
not a
like
lot of
beer.
fans here.
We don't have a lot of meth fans here. Are you kidding me?
I'm confused by that one.
I'm pretty sure we do have a lot of meth fans. How many people in the chat are from Florida?
Oh my! Florida? Why Florida? I would think you were along the line.
It's capital of meth. That's where all the meth comes
Place where
from.
the homeless person ate the other homeless person's face because they were doing bath salts or something like that.
That's meth.
It was two dudes laying next to each other, and he decided to eat his friend's face off.
Hey, you have not lived until you ate your friend's face.
I know exactly.
I gotta
in jail going. I mean, you know.
I
You
forgot.
probably OD'd on marijuana because that'll give you the munchies.
I wanted to mention something else too. I told you guys this. Hey, it's Zach Ciota for the kill.
Hey, thanks for the super much.
Yeah, bud.
Appreciate it.
Dave, awesome dude on Facebook. He's always in the chat as well too.
Which Dave?
Got Dave G.
Strong in the community.
Strong
you got what?
in the community. He hooked me up fat. One of his distributors was dropping the Hvac line, and he freaking crushed it. I got the Hvac battery vacuum pump for about half price, dude.
You
I
did?
can't believe that price, dude.
The new
You
one?
share the price?
Which
Make
one?
us jealous?
Just the two CFM.
small one. Yeah,
Small
that's the
little
one.
guy. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. See, Joe? See?
Well, I'm not gonna wait.
You're not going to wait.
I needed it, dude. My Robin Air, whatever it was, 9CFM, just it wasn't holding. Not like Yamo. It was funny when we talked to Yamo. What did he say? He's like, oh yeah, I tested you're asking him if he tested his instruments. He's like, yeah, I tested it and I found out my compressor wasn't working.
His vacuum pump. He's like, it only pumps down to like 1,000 microns, my vacuum pump.
So how long have you been doing that, Yamo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks, Ted.
So if anyone wants to send Yamo a vacuum pump,
Ted always has to one up on the super chats. Thanks, Ted. That was really cool.
awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you see that big house clip I sent you guys today? That's one of the biggest.
The big what?
The big house clip.
No, I didn't see that. Did you post that up on the
The
Facebook?
modular home.
Sorry?
Did you post that up on the Facebook?
No, not yet, because I have another clip with it. What happened there was there's two double-decker, they're NE12s, I think 6 ton each, I'm assuming. And what happened is the manufacturer screwed up, and that's why I'm there. I can't remember the name of it. What's the name of suction line?
Vapor line.
It's almost like it's like a heat exchanger. The liquid passes through the suction line passes through it's a heat exchanger through the liquid line. Make sure it's liquid.
Chris
make sure
knows
it's
this.
suction.
Chris, pay attention. Answer Joe's question.
I'm currently trying to respond to the chat. I'm sorry. Again,
You've
you guys
talked about this on your
boils
show.
off- It boils off the refrigerant, and it'll also make sure you have pure liquid going to the evaporator.
Receiver.
Anyways, what was happening is
It's a
I was
liquid.
getting shitty.
Tell them
shitty
what it is
readings.
again. Tell them what it was again.
say again.
It's a suction line.
Heat exchanger.
If you're doing that,
It's a heat exchanger.
Yeah, it's like a
does it-
suction
does
line
it
heat
move like
exchanger.
that?
but it's-
Where are you working? Are you working on a horse
Anyways,
farm?
long story short, the sensing bulb was located right beside the compressor downstream. I would say downstream of this heat exchanger.
Okay.
So I was getting false readings, low suction pressure readings, and all this BS. I had to move them before that. So right after the evaporator, right after comes out of the evaporator, suction line, whatever, right there I had to move the sensing bulb to make it read right, and that's why I was doing to those 4 units.
Let's get a little more clarification. So is it taking the liquid line?
Suction.
No, but it's heat exchanging it with something. So is it a subcooler? Is it taking?
Oh yes, yeah, it's like a subcooler
coming out of the condenser. It's running through that and then going back
coming out of the receiver.
Okay,
Going
so it's
through that,
cooler. It's basically just ensuring that you're getting a full column of liquid going to your
right? Or and vice versa, right?
dropping
and vapor.
the condensing temp too. It's dropping the condensing temp down. Yeah,
Like, exactly, which protects the compressor and I guess efficiency reasons.
yeah,
I know
it's
some,
condensing temp. So that's
yeah,
better efficiency for sure.
right. I believe some heat pumps have those as well. I've seen something similar. It's almost like a de-superheater, but along the lines of or heat pumps. Geothermal units, whatever. So yeah, I just had to change those sensing bulbs. Was a bit, but
Yes, AG
other than
stroking
that,
doesn't
outside
work.
that house, that area was huge. I'll put a
So
little
was
clip.
somebody special living in the house? Is that somebody special?
Is it Drake?
It was crazy, dude. That's like one of the biggest.
When are you going to admit that you work at Drake's house?
I don't. I
Was it Nickelback's
don't
house?
wish, but haven't been
Jack
there
Kroger?
yet. I did take a video clip of it. I just got to put something together to put on the tube, but I did pass by it and I took video of it to show guys.
This is
Did he
Drake.
tell you?
This is Drake, dude.
Oh.
It's Drake.
Sorry?
Yeah. See, Joe does residential at like a whole different level.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why we don't,
Look at Joe's residential's 3-phase. Let's
Yeah.
just put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Call me 3-phase Resi.
Yeah. 3-phase.
But he works on very important people's houses. That's why we don't really know his real name. We don't know his address. We know nothing about Joe, and that's because he works on The top
boss houses.
mob boss, FBI agents.
Hey, John.
Justin
All right,
Trudeau's
Adam
house.
shared his cell phone number with me today.
Who?
So you gave me his cell phone number. That might be his burner phone, but you
I was
sent
in the six, buddy.
It doesn't. The only reason why we don't text him that is because Joe can't text back.
I didn't know that.
group.
I didn't know.
it's weird.
And
My phone's-
he can't see who
You
sends
can't
what.
Text Joe.
Sorry,
So wait, is that a fake phone number?
not
So
the real phone number.
You work on billion-dollar houses.
It's a real burner phone.
You,
Look at my
I
home.
don't even have Joe's phone number.
you
guys
fix
play shuttle?
It switches automatically. Guys, take it easy. All right, take
Why
it
do you
easy.
have a picture of a frisbee golf or disc golf
what
on
is
Yeah, I
that?
think that's what it was, right?
disc golf like net or whatever the name of that thing is, where
What
you
is
throw
wrong with you, Joe?
Oh, Joe. So that all right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Me and you were talking about this the other day. I know Michael Hausch would probably chime in on this too. We were discussing mixing valves, right? And we were talking about mixing valves. There's mixing valves. There's temperature mixing valves. I know they're all called thermostatic mixing valves, but they're not all based on.
They use.
They're not all based on temperature. They're more proportional based on how much it's going to allow through by how much you have the handle cranked, right?
Yeah, the plunger moves. Yeah.
So
Thank
Joe,
God.
I was testing it today. It's proportional. It's not.
Okay.
It's not actually based on temperature. So the hotter the water you put in, you know what I mean. It's not going to open or close anything. It's just allowing a certain amount of water in at all times.
Like the plunger is moving to allow that.
The plunger is not moving. The plunger is you're setting it and it's staying at one set level. And if you increase the water temperature, the output is going to increase as well.
Well, not for the Emery Danfoss I use, because on the snow melt, it's the plunger is on the supply side. So it closes when it's not calling and it cycles through the snow melt side.
Wait, are you talking about the actual like a
Body, thermostatic mixing valve.
but are you talking about I'm talking about a manual one. You're
Yeah, you
talking about a floating mixing valve, right?
Electronic.
Right.
They're electronic or manual. You could put the add-on, but yeah.
the comments about me shaving my head. Don't worry, I put my hat on because the glare. But,
Blinded by it.
if you guys want to get these hats, they're available on my website, hvacrvideos.com.
I know it's based.
No problem. Okay, guys.
Michael Hausch says a thermic is based on
thermic
temperature.
valve?
What's a
A thermic valve is a thermostatic mixing valve, or I guess a kind of thermic valve. I don't know.
I don't know.
What does he mean based on temperature?
Old Texas,
Like
I
it
know what I
operates,
installed, buddy.
operates off of temperature, or it's sized from temperature?
All I'm saying is like a proportional mixing valve. They call it thermostatic mixing valve, but a lot of them are proportional, and you're allowing a certain amount of water to bleed through, but based upon how much you crank down on the handle,
Sure,
right? And it's not going to open and close. It's just going to stay at that same open level, right?
Basically, have the same thing on a water cooled reefer system.
Ah,
You have that
thermic.
water,
He says a
the water
thermic.
regulating valve. It's controlled by your head pressure.
A thermic mix,
Yeah.
not thermostatic. Thermic.
Spring, but that's spring, yeah.
Yeah, it's
spring
a
loaded. But
completely mechanical valve.
like, I think the domestic one, I forget who makes them. The domestic side ones, like for domestic water, they never fully close, right? And I believe those are temperature proportion. No.
I don't know. I want to cut them. I want to be like Chris. I don't have fancy tools where I could just cut stuff open and then I screw it up. So I cut like 30 more of them open, you know?
That didn't happen, actually.
So, but I would like to do that. Chris, can you cut open a bunch of.
Fancy tool. It was a Milwaukee bandsaw, man. That was a beer. That was
man.
almost.
Whoops.
Oh. No, but I went through like probably 6 expansion valves before I got the perfect cut.
That is a cool.
Guys, show me your setups. Post them on the group. What do you guys have in here? KPXL. Show me.
You should put a rope around that and just like wear it like a necklace.
Get out of here.
What the hell does that even
Hold
mean?
on.
It looks like a Band-Aid wrapped around an apple.
No, he could put it and
Extra
use it as
page.
he could wear it as a cape. It could be his cape.
Yeah. And then your helpers could get the tools out for you.
What are you guys talking about?
your like your tool cape.
Oh.
You put a string through it and just like wear it like a cape.
Hey, full disclosure, I know you have one, Adam, but I really, really want to get one of those the fancy tool vest thing. I want one of those fancy tool vests.
I can't remember what is it called.
Wear?
It's called.
No. They make a badass Molly vest. It's basically a Molly vest from military or tactical, but it's made for all kinds of tools. Atlas makes it. Atlas
46, 56, something. Yeah,
something like that.
But here's the problem: they have so many different options you could add onto it.
Yeah, and I filled my cart one time with everything, and it was a ridiculous amount of money. And
I did buy it.
You bought the vest?
Oh, I bought the vest and every add-on piece to it too, and it's like, I'm gonna definitely use this. I'm gonna use this, and then you put it on, and the thing's like huge, and then you put all these tools on. You're like, I just gained like 75, 80 pounds by this freaking tool vest. This is ridiculous.
You take that off like every time you like get in your truck. You just wear it all day.
Oh, no. The only time I would wear it was when I was doing like duct work or sheet metal jobs, because like I would always find myself like climbing up on a ladder. Oh, I need to go get the red snips. Then going down the ladder, getting the snips, and then I don't have my my tape measure. I need my seamers, and then you go up and down. So it's like I'm trying to like get all the stuff.
Yeah, just grab yourself a pack out bag or something.
I wanted one, and I just one of these days I'm gonna buy it just to buy it. But I just feel like I'll put it on and won't ever wear it again. That's probably most of the crazy tool purchases.
Just don't buy all the little odds and ends. You don't need all that crap.
But you can get like ice packs. There's like spots for ice packs for cooling crap in there, and there's like you can put water. What are the drink thingies? What do they call those platypus bags or whatever with the mouth thing?
One thing I thought
before, Vito should make a fanny pack.
Dude, I would buy a fanny pack. I
think I would too.
my wife wouldn't let me, but I wanted to rock the dad fanny pack with my kids, the one that had like the 2 bottle holders on it. I wanted that so bad.
Oh my God.
People buy anything if it's got a cool name to it, right? You saw Ernesto. He was showing off. Ernesto was showing off his Yeti bucket that he bought.
Yeah, it's $90.
I don't think he bought it.
I saw one of those in the supply house.
Oh no! Wait, they actually have those?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was a pun.
No.
What's the special about this bucket?
Bucket somewhere. I saw they're just thick. They're super thick buckets and they're heavy duty. And
I mean,
because I've gone to Home Depot and bought their $2 buckets and thought to myself, man, I wish this was a thicker bucket.
Yeah, but I wish I could.
I have to tell myself buying stupid buckets. I have so many of them. Whenever I go to Home Depot, because I don't ever take a cart in, and I walk into Home Depot, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got crap. Let me grab a bucket, and then I put it in the bucket, and I walk to the register, and then she's like, want the bucket? And I'm like, yeah, just throw it in there.
No, you could say no. I always say
sometimes I do, but I usually end up with a pile of buckets, which I have like 6 in my van.
But you know, Lowe's now has a program you can take your broken buckets back to Lowe's, and they'll give you a new bucket.
Really?
Now Lowe's would gain customers if they would take back broken Home Depot buckets.
But Lowe's
probably do or will.
Lowe's would interesting. Okay, so there's an ice machine water filter company called Everpure. Okay, and Everpure ran a promotion for a while. They make the most popular water filters for ice machines, but they ran a promotion where if you brought a head from any other ice machine manufacturers' water filter systems, Everpure would exchange it with their heads. So basically, you can bring a Hoshizaki or a Scotsman or whatever brand, you can bring it to them. So I thought that was a pretty good promotion, basically just to get people buying their water filter cartridges. You know,
that's like when Burger King was giving people free fries on McDonald's birthday.
Slow down, Joe. Back up.
Hold on, back up.
Back up.
There you
go.
Bang.
I need my boxers. I have not seen my boxer briefs yet. My wife is going to freak out when I wear them, but I need them.
So if anyone wants those boxers,
you're good.
Joe's mass producing these. He's mass producing these. He's got
what do we call those? Are we calling those Joe's?
Joe, yeah. You want to tickle your pickle? Wear these.
I'm going to, honey, where's my Joe's? Where's my Joe's? I like my
exactly.
Where's my Joe's?
That's awesome.
They're probably held up in customs. They're like, this is pornographic, and they won't.
Yeah. No, they're probably saying, "Oh man, anybody's gonna wear these? We're gonna have a pandemic.
That happened.
There's gonna be lineups everywhere."
The last time I sent Yamo, not the last time, because I just sent him crap in the mail, but like previous to that, the package got held up in customs, and they confiscated the little. What do they call it? Bottle of Nylog.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I don't know why. It's liquid, I guess. Is it considered liquid?
It's under a certain amount. I thought they were able to come through, no?
I don't know what the amount is, and they maybe think it's. But who would? What kind of? I wouldn't think that's like reverse trafficking, right?
Well,
anyways.
Honestly, hit or miss when you send stuff to Mexico.
You are absolutely correct. Joe does have vertical video syndrome. So
Absolutely.
Did you guys see this art that Yamo posted? That's crazy.
Oh yeah, the triangle mini split setup.
Yeah,
that's
Bonkers, man.
You could put a piece of stainless underneath that strategically, and it might look half-ass decent if someone did a good job. You know,
Or you just buy a cassette.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they could, they would have put a fan. What was it, Adam? You were mentioning it.
Ceiling
Plus
cassette.
a rooftop or the ducted system.
I mean, I'm sure they could have got a cassette. Everyone could get a cassette.
Like it was definitely in Mexico, of course, and they're like, yeah, whatever. They don't really do the research, you know. I guarantee nobody read the manual before they did that install.
So see you later, Shawn Michael. Shawn Michael ran into me at the Supply House the other day.
Wait, is that the wrestler?
Cool,
is that the wrestler?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
WWF?
No,
Yeah, the Heartbreak Kid.
maybe. I don't know. I don't follow WWF.
Boxers, bro.
A WWF wrestler. I don't know.
I mean, I
We should
hope
start
you
calling
don't
Joe
follow
the Heartbreak Kid.
Nobody has
Put the
followed
boxes on?
WWF since like what was it, 1992?
Yeah, when they lost the
I didn't know anything about it. I just call it WWF, and apparently that's
WWE now because the World Wildlife Foundation sued them.
that was pretty funny when I read that. That's exactly.
Right?
Rich is like, do you even stainless, bro? I'm just gonna change that for you, Rich. He's like, what's stainless?
Rich makes it
Guys
like
are art.
so.
I'm
Rich
gonna, I'll have to send Rich some video from the stainless shop that I do work for. There's a pretty bad stainless shop that I do work for, and they do some pretty crazy stuff. It's just crazy machines in there, and
you got to see some of the stuff he makes. He sends
I
me
know. I've seen
pictures all the
Rich's stuff.
time.
Yeah.
He made just for fun of it because they were slow. He made this huge stainless steel smoker.
yeah.
Huge. And he's like,
That's awesome.
he's
I
like
wouldn't want
I'm
to
like,
do
how does it work? He's like, works pretty good. We used it once. I'm like, so you know,
Used it once.
yeah, he's like, well, we made it because we were slow and we were just kind of bored.
$75,000 in stainless.
Yeah.
Used it one time.
Now it's interesting too. This stainless shop that I do work for is like one of my dad's first customers. That is funny.
What are we looking at here?
Who's that,
So
Chris?
It's an ad.
And it's me.
It's
And I'm
Chris.
wearing a dress.
No, that's
No, you're like Master Chim.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Miyagi.
Sean.
That
You know what we should do one of these nights?
Yo.
Talk about
Do it.
HVAC.
Yeah, well, I mean, not on this show.
talk about politics.
Never on this show. No, what we should do is do a hangout one of these weeks and just scroll through our Facebook page and comment on stuff.
Oh yeah.
I can't do
Joe's really looking forward to that. Let's do it, Joe.
that. I can't
Yeah.
do that.
But you know what?
Why can't you do it, Chris?
There's a couple things that's funny because say somebody posts something, somebody states the obvious, which they didn't really have to, but they did. Fine, whatever. 50 other people state the obvious too. Like, dude, he gets the point. He's seen it once. Why don't you look them?
Well, I
Say the
found
same
myself
thing.
do that
Oh my
too.
God.
On Facebook, if you see a picture and you look at the first, like, because it shows like 2 or 3 comments, right?
Yeah.
And if there's like 50 comments, sometimes you're not reading the 50 comments. You just like, I'm posting my comment and that's it. So you're not reading the 50 comments.
I get it. I
Right.
get it. And if you want your, I just think
See, and we can address this when
constructive
we hang out
criticism
and watch.
is way better than saying, that looks like shit. But you know what? That doesn't look too bad. It might work. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Help the guy out. Don't cut his balls off.
I can't handle the people that just throw people under the bus on social
Yeah,
media.
man.
Like, come on, guys. You know, like for real. Send the person an email.
Well, we don't need to read the comments. We
I
just
agree.
need to
I agree,
go
Chris.
through and look what people are posting and just give our opinions.
Yeah.
Like that.
You know,
looks
you're
like
learning.
shit.
Everybody's learning.
Is this called a roast?
We can call it that.
What do you guys think in the chat? I thought about this for a while. I might have actually brought it up before, but I was thinking about, because I would say the most harsh, I don't know how, like, blunt, to the point, like, hold no punches group on Facebook is Uncensored, right? Gil Cavy's group. And I was thinking about each of us, or if you guys want to do it too, send us your picture, and once a week we post a picture of one of our installs in that group and say roast me, and watch the 2,000 freaking comments in there, and then we discuss the comments if they're relevant or not on the show.
Oh, that's interesting. So
Seems like my idea.
ourselves post a photo in there, and then say it's ours, and then watch the comments come in. So that way they're not roasting another person. Basically.
Exactly. And we just say roast me, and then we go and we just talk about the comments. Is it a valid point? Yeah.
We should make a dummy account. We should make a dummy account and then post in there with the dummy account, and then
Yeah.
and then talk about it. But yeah, well, that's an interesting concept.
Nobody knows. We could tell them after whose it was.
Post
But,
it on our account and say, yeah, what do you guys think of this? It was sent in by an anonymous person.
Yeah. But then the problem with that, again, we're getting into stuff we don't need to talk about on the show. But the problem with that is people will take other people's pictures and send it saying roast this, and then
Good point.
because
I'm not saying.
Let's go back to my idea.
My goal was not to send in shitty pictures. My goal was to send in like actual pictures that you're like halfway proud of. Like maybe they're not perfect, and they're not perfect, but you gave a damn doing the job, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Because, listen, it takes courage to post. Guys are putting their shit out there.
I'll post on. I don't care what people say about me.
I know, I understand, but people are, some people don't, they hold back, but sometimes people want to just show this shit. Maybe they want their feedback because they want to learn.
Right.
And just people bashing them, I ain't let that happen.
He's not allowed.
It depends. We'll let a few things slide. Obviously, sometimes people deserve it.
I'll post my shit in there,
But,
and then we can talk about all the negative.
There's a
comments.
couple people in here saying wiener pics, and the wiener pics go to curioushvacguy@gmail.com.
Send it.
Bill takes the wiener pics. So
Send it. I'm making a calendar of all of them, a collage. And then I'm going to superimpose Chris's head on the end of each of them.
I'm proud of myself. I haven't cussed this entire show.
You said balls.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not a bad word. Okay, semantic.
kind of.
Ball,
Yeah.
basketballs.
I mean,
Nope.
it looked like somebody drew a face on some silly putty.
Dude, seriously, like it's already growing back.
You look so like last week when I
I was
first saw
watching it
you.
the whole time.
When I first saw you after you shaved, that was like weird looking at you. But now it's like, oh yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, that's the normal Chris. And it's
Yeah,
already
No, it's gotta come back. We gotta get that 5 o'clock shadow in there. That's what we need.
yeah.
The other good question, the other good thing is we can even talk about posts that people are asking questions about, or certain. Hey Patrick, by the way, what is your post about? I have no idea. Just want to put it out there.
Are you talking to somebody in the room, Joe?
Yeah. Who are you talking to, Joe?
Yeah, is there somebody in your?
And the Facebook.
You need to say who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows. Come on, there's no other Pat here. He knows.
What did you say? Oh,
He's
yeah.
around.
No, Pat, I can't.
That's just like me just talking and being like, hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah, no, shut up, Pat. I'm doing a
Oh,
show.
it's better that way. Maybe it's better.
Yeah, I know. No, his name is Joe. It's okay. He's special. Just shut up. Go in the other room. Go in the other
Oh
room.
my god.
He's from Canada.
Yeah, he's from Canada. Did you hear that?
Ecobee, baby. Save me today. Canadian made.
Alaska has a good point. Millennials have feelings and he has calluses.
Mm,
Very true.
that's a good point.
That is a really good point.
That should be on a shirt.
That should be on a shirt
Mm-hmm.
because, there's too many butthurt feelings going on right now, and people need to just kind of let that stuff go.
It's true.
I'm a baby. I don't have feelings.
But there's a small percentage of that sometimes people take it over the top and they're just bullying other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're right now. We're riding the political line. Like we're right there.
Yeah,
we're right about to jump
on the
off.
line.
We're not going to cross it.
Nope.
So.
Sorry.
No,
Nope.
Jeff is correct. She does have the most feelings.
But if you do want to cross it, I have this app you guys can go to that we can download it. And we're not going to go there. Show right there, Adam, but you didn't take the cue.
And yeah, I know. And before we go, guys, since we have time, because Adam's in a daze, we have to say we're going to transition, Chris, or else you forget it. But if you guys have any questions or things you want us to talk about.
Surgical transition.
Too late.
Guys, Joe wanted me to come back. This is super important. I was like out the door, and I turned my computer back on because we want you to hit the thumbs up button.
Yeah. Does it take that much effort?
And go to hvacrvideos.com and order merch.
Hats and everything.
Don't